he's actually clueless. Well, that's the thing. Like, when he came up and was giving me pros and cons, and he was like bringing up like Jed, like big physical threat. I'm like, I'm not putting Jed up. That's what I said to him. I'm like, doesn't make sense to. And he's like, why? I'm like, oh, you won't even have the numbers.
Yeah.
That was a combo.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's what
I was just worried because I remember you were saying the other day, you're like, I didn't know, but like.
Oh yeah. That's like, yeah, exactly.
Literally, I swear to you.
No, and I never once thought.
Any of the shit that he said down there, not a word of what he said was true.
Yeah.
Not a word.
Yeah.
I'm fuming, but I'm trying to hold it down because I'm like, it will look bad if I like.
Yeah, you don't want to freak out.
Yeah.
And I don't want to freak out, but I just want to like air it out. Because obviously when you hear that, I'm like.
Of course.
But I'm like, there's no way. Like right when he started talking about you saying that stuff, I was like, there's no way.
And Beth came in the room 2 minutes after.
Yeah.
He's like, Pretty Boys 2 is happening. And literally when he said that to me, I was like, oh, I'm like, yeah, it does happen every season. I'm like, I guess it's something to consider.
Yeah, and like that's what I told Beth, and I'm like even if like, yeah, okay, yeah, he doesn't have the numbers this week. That's like deflecting because like obviously we have something, right? So it's like,
I'm not gonna be like, I love Jed.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope we get to make.
I'm not gonna keep. You know what I mean?
I hope we get to make goodbye messages, and we can be like, I'm actually aligned with Jed.
Yeah.
So as much as you were saying he's my target, we both knew that wasn't true.
So true. No, once I came up, I was like, there's no way. Like he started talking all that stuff about Roe, and I was like, okay, maybe. Like I haven't talked game with Roe, so like who knows, maybe. But then when he started saying that you said that, and then like you were the mastermind, and you were trying to get me out, I was like, there is no way this guy's telling the truth. And
I spoke the first time to Kyle and Roe yesterday.
Yeah.
First time. And we didn't even talk game. I came in, he was jamming out to my music, Roe came in, and then we played in the ball pit. And he's like, Alliance.
Yeah.
You'd be dumb to not see it.
That's what he said. He's like, they're coming after you and Ty. Like, they're manipulating you guys.
I actually feel really bad for Kyle, only because, like, Kyle's, like, kind of been there for him.
Yeah.
And he's thrown him under the bus twice now.
Right. I know. Like, Kyle was actually pissed outside. Because he's like, I was there for you, and then now my name's in your mouth twice. And he did say Kyle's name. He didn't just say he was in that room. He said Kyle and Roe were both trying to get me on the block.
Yeah.
So.
And Latoya was literally saying, like, last week he threw my name out, and I just told him, like, do not talk game to me. I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
Because he tried to make her, like, the whole reason that Julie was going home and, like, to stage a blow up.
Right.
And she just, like, stopped. Never again.
Oh my God.
I think that's what I need to say if he tries to talk to me. I'll be like, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
Please.
That's what he just tried to, like, he just went up to Beth and said, like, I'm really disappointed in you. Lying, saying that I said I'm smarter than everyone. And Beth was just like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm done with you. She's pissed.
Well, the thing is, like, we all know that he's, like the fact that he was like, oh, should I throw the POV? Like, we all know that he said shit like that.
I just said that. I was like, I heard that you were about to throw the POV because you thought you could talk your way off the block. He's like, just freaks out. He's like, I would never say that. I would never.
And just, like, the amount of backtracking. He's like, well, I didn't, well, that was one conversation, but another conversation. It's like, buddy, how many conversations have you had when no one wants to talk to you?
I know.
Like.
So, like, oh my God, it's so frustrating.
Because, like, I've been, like, it's just, like, so dumb because he's missing so much information. It's like when I've been aligned with you, Ty, and Beth since, like, what, day 2, day 3?
Yeah, literally.
Like, you're gonna look dumb.
He's like, you're gonna watch this back and see that everyone you thought you were close to was just plotting. I was like, well, if they want to vote with their own alliance member, then sure, but that's a number. That's their own number. So.
Yo, I was actually so proud of Roe.
Yeah, me too. He held his own really well.
He held his own really well.
And he just, like, spoke very well and, like, just facts, straight facts.
And he's like, if we're aligned, why would you put me up? It's like facts.
There's literally no response to that.
Did you hear what I said when he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get her out? And I'm like, how? When he said, like.
Oh, yeah, when I said, like, who's your target? Yeah.
Yeah, and then when he was like, oh, well, you'd want to keep me because I'm not gonna win anything. And I'm like, then how would you get me out?
That's what we've been saying. We're like,
like, how?
We're like, you can say who your target is, but if you can't win, then how are you supposed to get them out?
Then what's the benefit?
Yeah, and if you're, like, isolating yourself, you can't even manipulate other people to get them out for you. So, like, how are you going to get her out? It just makes no sense, but, yeah, he was just like, I'm like, that's not even, like, a good target. Like, I was like, why would you do that? Like, everyone loves her.
Everyone
no
likes
one's
me.
going to vote her out.
Everyone likes me.
Like, go for someone that's, like, I don't know, just target someone else. Someone that, like, I don't know, could potentially be a threat to, like, everyone.
It would have been smarter for him to, like, target you or Ty and be like,
100%.
listen,
100%.
huge physical threats. If I win, I'll take the shot.
Exactly. That's exactly what he should have done. He shouldn't have been like.
Why did he come for me? And everyone literally saw him like wiping my ass for the past week.
Yeah.
And now you're flipping, really?
Yeah. No, that makes no sense. He should have just, if you want to make a move like that, you got to say that you're going to gun for someone that everyone's scared of gunning for. That's the only way you can make that move. You don't go for someone that everyone loves. And like, obviously, like, you're like a female, like, who knows? Like, people obviously think they can beat you when it comes down to like physical, even though you're strong as hell, but still, like.
And this like directly contradicts his whole like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like rock out for like the girls and like the LGBTQ community. It's like you're directly gunning for us every time. Every time.
Makes no sense.
It actually like makes my brain hurt. I'm like, make it make sense. But we probably just don't get it because we're not as smart as him. That's why. That's why it doesn't make sense to us.
Yeah, he denied that one hard. That's like, you were kidding, right? You said it right to my face, and he's like, you must have taken it wrong. You perceived it in the wrong way. I just said I think a lot. I think too much.
And how would Beth like come up with that? How would she come out of the room and randomly tell us something like that?
Yeah.
Why would she make that up?
She wouldn't lie about that stuff. She wouldn't lie about the veto thing either. Like,
No,
why would
she would
lie?
pull that out of her ass and be like, oh, guess what he said?
Yeah.
Like, she's taking all her time to like conjure these little stories in her head. No, obviously not.
Like, the point of being in an alliance is you don't lie to each other.
Literally.
So, why would she lie to us?
And that's the thing. He came up with that whole Pretty Boys thing after we had made our alliance.
Yeah, that was insane.
Right?
That was just an insane thing.
I'm pretty sure that's how that all worked out. And I was like, LOL.
I actually couldn't believe he like kept like gunning for that lie.
I died.
When I called it out.
I was like, what?
You came up with it. You told me. You thanked me for not throwing you under the bus. Like, what?
It actually made me mad because I tried to comfort him after that whole Julie situation. I said, hopefully people see like where it initially started coming from.
Right.
From a place of like, I want her to be represented. So the fact that he's going to turn around and try to pin that entire lie on me. Like, really? Really?
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
And like, just how telling that all of a sudden the worst two people in the house is me and Ro.
Yeah. Just out of nowhere.
If it was LaToya and Tina, like Tina next on the block and LaToya HOH, would have been the same thing. He'd be like, oh, well, Tina's harboring some big shit.
Right.
She's coming for Jed.
Oh my God.
I just can't wait for Thursday. I just don't want to be around him or near him.
I know. And it's not even like he's a bad guy. He just played a terrible game. Why did he do that?
I don't get it.
And he keeps saying like, oh, you're gonna look back and just kick yourself because you didn't believe me.
That's what he told us about the Pretty Boys. He's like, you'll be embarrassed. That's what he told us.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, listen, man, if they stab me in the back, it's cool at this point. I'd rather go out having like these relationships and like at least I built that.
That's the thing. It's a game, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to like lie to everyone that you like and
Yeah,
be
you
like, oh,
can't.
let me like fuck all these people over, piss them all off. Like, no, at the end of the day, we're going to have to like eventually be ready to like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, everyone's got to take shots at everyone. That's how it
Everyone.
goes. But the point is to get yourself to a position where that's what is the only option, really.
Yeah.
You get there with your solid crew, and then you go at each other, and it's fun. Whatever, it is what it
Absolutely.
is. But like
Absolutely.
these early stages, like, what was that? These early stages, you're not trying to lie and manipulate your own friends, like.
To that level. The fact that he's like going so hard against Kyle too.
Oh my God.
Like, that's just telling enough.
Yeah, like they were so right. There's like he tried to pitch the Pretty Boys thing, didn't work. So now he's trying to pin them Pretty Boys against themselves. Like, it's fucking BB Can 1.0, 1.0, baby.
Yeah, no, I don't think he watched the show.
Oh my God.
Came to the wrong place.
Just hope there's no weird twist.
I also just like, who knows what he's gonna say on Thursday? Probably just the same shit.
I can't wait.
He's gonna stand up and be like, if you're willing to risk it, like da 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 da, you're all gonna see.
I'm gonna get Austin out if you keep me. It's like, why? I don't get it.
Why? Why?
Say Ty or something, like someone that's like a big threat to everyone, not the nicest girl in the house. It's insane. Like,
Well,
it's such a
literally,
weird tactic.
It's so weird. Because I said, even in the comp, if you were to place like monetary bets on who was gonna take that home, I was betting on you or Kyle.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I was like, where is this coming from?
And it can't just because you put him on the block. Like, what?
Because
You'd be an idiot if you didn't put him on the block. Every single person in this house wants him on the block, and then you
Literally.
don't do it.
Literally.
That makes you look way worse than it does by putting him on the block. Having Kyle after you or having 12 other people after you.
Like, huh? And he probably didn't know that I spoke to Rohan prior and was like, are you cool with this?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I said, I'm like, I'm not going to risk Jed because who knows?
Yeah.
You know, if like a Tina or a Tara or someone got like nervous.
Right.
I'm like, not going to risk you. Obviously, it's for my reasons. I'm not going to risk you
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
But like, Braden, obviously not. LaToya made a deal with her. So I'm like, it kind of leaves you. And he's like, I get it. It's cool.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
Make it make sense.
So Ro obviously was telling the truth when he said that.
100%.
He just said like, let's just put me up and I'll take one for the team.
100%.
That's what I thought. I never once thought that was a lie.
100%.
And then Josh was just like, he was trying to get you up. Blah, blah, blah.
Ro literally sat down with me and he's like, so what are you thinking for a placement? He's like, obviously I don't want to go up, but if I have to go up this week, it's probably the best week to go up. And I'm like, that's true.
Facts.
I just told him. I walked him through exactly what I just told you, and he's like, I get it. I won't be mad. Gave me a hug, and that was the combo.
Right.
And I told him, like,
Extremely rational guy.
yeah. And I told him, I'm like, I'll make it blatantly obvious that you're the pawn. And
Yeah.
he's like, thanks. And then I did.
Yeah. And he literally just needs to sit there because Josh is just screwing himself over. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to go to every person individually and lie and hoping that none of them talk to each other.
The way that we all were in the backyard, we're like, this is what happened. Let's go bring it out.
Exactly. Because like if you're going to tell me that all these people want me out, then I'm going to ask them
I would
in front of you.
If I friggin' was targeting you and everyone else was like, yeah, let's get
I'd
it
be out.
You'd be out. You'd be on the block. You'd either be on the block last week with Ro because you guys are the pretty boys and I made it up, or
Yeah.
you'd be after the veto. And I'd be like,
Exactly.
well, here's my back door.
Exactly.
Huh?
Like, that just makes no sense. Like, she doesn't have the numbers. You would have the numbers if you really wanted them. Like, if you backdoor me, just, like, fuck the alliance, tell everyone that, you know, let's get a big player out, right? Well, 100% everyone would do it. It just makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell them that we're aligned. I can't wait. I fucking can't wait.
That's why I said, I was like, you pinned the wrong two people against each other.
Can you say too? Like, I'm actually aligned with Austin.
Oh, I'm saying that.
Yeah, I'm saying
If
I'm
there's
like,
any videos.
like, so we
Or-
target Jed. We're actually aligned, so.
Yeah. I was like, it's too bad the girl that you wanted to get out wasn't in my line. That's tough.
So tough.
Should have chosen someone random.
Hey, but look how well no one knows.
Oh, exactly. It's sick.
It's actually dope.
It's so good. Not once did he think. He was like, yeah, it's Ro, Kyle, Braden, and Austin. I'm gunning for you and Ty. And I was like, what the fuck did me and Ty do? Ty's just chilling. What's he doing?
Yeah, and I'd also be like dim if I pitched the pretty boys after aligning myself with you and Ty. I'd actually be slow, like stupid.
That's exactly what I said in my head. Obviously, he doesn't know, but I was like, why would she put a target on us when we are in her alliance? The only two
Makes
guys.
no sense. Obviously, you're sitting here and saying this stuff. I'm going to sit back and go like, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you got a point. Obviously, I'm going to sit
Obviously.
back and do that.
And I think does he not think that people are gonna lie, like deceive? Like, I think he's just very naive to the fact that people are going to lie to him when they're protecting their people. Like, why would you spill shit to him who you have no relationship with? You know what I mean? It just makes no sense. And then, like, it's just showing his cards by him coming in and telling everyone everything.
That's why I said, I'm like, if we were so tight, why
would
are you up?
Yeah, why?
Why are you up?
Yeah. Couldn't
If I'm
answer that.
coming to you with
Couldn't
my
answer.
info, why are you on the block?
Makes no sense.
I just can't wait. Unanimous vote. He walks out. We don't need to deal with Josh ever again.
It has to. It has to. Literally.